Alright, what's up, yins, guys? Time for another video. I figured I'd make this video while it's on my mind before I go and make supper, because this is going to take a little bit of time to make a lasagna. And anybody else who dropped by this video, thinking about making it into a video again. Practice makes perfect, you know what I mean? But anyway, this video, I actually wrote this out and put it on social media to talk about this one. And I don't want to read it to you because I don't want to do anything like I'm writing on a, talking from a teleprompter, but funny business about this though too, I almost want to read it so I don't skip anything. But, and if you don't like my quirks or pauses in my speaking, you know what I mean, too, I don't want to look like I'm reading it from a teleprompter, but any of you guys who might think this is a little bit funny, any of you guys that are fans of Fluffy Talks, which, yes, I was on looking at his videos since like 2012 when I first had my YouTube channel, which the name of the channel, everybody asked why I changed the name from Cowboy Bebop 444 from Iron Wrath, is because it was Cowboy Bebop 444, and that's in the URL when I opened up the channel. And anyway, I was looking, I turned it to my old name back because it's every single thing I commented, you know, people that I was a fan of, that was my channel. But enough about that. Yeah, this video, I want to say, this is kind of a joke that you know how you ever have this thing? First of all, I'll say, any of you guys, whoever made a joke or created a joke and think it was your joke, and somewhere down the line, somebody else already told the joke already, where it was a black or a white comedian. Yeah, it was me. I'm definitely haven't been living under a rock, but my little joke, it's a long thing, I wrote it out, because when I brought up Fluffy Talks, he talks about your bad at Walmart. This joke is about Walmart. And it's about a heaven and hell kind of joke at the same time. And I almost wanted to say, way back when YouTube, you know, like, you know, the early 2012 and all that, I was all kind of different people doing drama on YouTube. The Amazing Atheist and different Christian people, damn drama. People talking about, like, the religion, like you do anything that looks like yoga, you're doing evil, and then the athletic Christians have a slightly better position on that. But anyway, yeah, I was going to create a joke on Walmart. The reason why I'm bringing us up is anybody that's either like an atheist or religious fanatic or any religion, well, there's some people on either sides of that coin that probably remember me from way back then. You know, I was a little less bald, my hair is a little grayer. But anyway, instead of having any troll comments saying, oh, you can't say this joke about heaven or hell or whatever, but because, what do you say, oh, the Bible says that can't really happen. Get the hell out of here. I develop a fucking sense of humor. And then the atheist said, if they're on the atheist side of the coin, you see a joke and say, well, that can't happen because there was no angels, no demons, no blah, blah, blah. And then if you were people like, that were fans of Styx Hexenhammer 666, he might laugh or he might have a better joke. And I'm not as articulate as him. My stuff is off. You know, I'd rather listen to his politics, rather talk about politics. I voice my opinions, but I'd rather share his videos than even say my take on it. But anyway, here's it. Oh, and if you're like, say, like Henry Rollins or George Carlin or any kind of thing like that, you know, I'd be the kind of person that they wouldn't really laugh. Maybe I'd do a talk like Henry Rollins and some people laugh. But anyway, a heaven or hell joke, and I wanted to make fun of Walmart. And I'm not getting to the point, you know, this is after I'm done with my little prologue. Okay, any of you, after I covered, you know, and I wanted to say too, some certain jokes, if anything I say sounds like something that came from somebody else, I wasn't living under a rock. You know, somebody else, there's probably a lot of people that joke like this, but, okay, my one, I want to call it a 2-paragraph or 3-page joke, okay, whether atheists will have a little chuckle at it, get into the little fantasy, or whether Christians want to say, oh, the Bible doesn't say that, you're develop a fucking sense of humor, get a life. But anyway, I had this joke. If you got this far in this video, I had this joke about Walmart. I even wrote it out, okay? About, this concerns... Okay, you have older family members, different people, any men of any age. We go and look at stuff, and whether it's either a wife or an older person at Walmart. You're nothing against Walmart. I do charity in front of Walmart. I used to do it a lot of years, so. Doing the fluffy talks things, you're bad at Walmart. I've seen some things about Walmart that I could have sent the fluffy talks, but you can talk about. But anyway, the Walmart thing, where people would, I don't know if that's just men that do that, but the people that, I don't know if it's a male thing. I'm like, people that are male or whatever have a tendency, got something on the list, bought it, boom, 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 and I got in and out of there, and then complain a little bit that you didn't get out of the line in time, that people were in your way, Do you get that shit bought in a list? But then, what I always joked about, you get the family member that you can be looking at shit in Walmart to pass the time, if they're driving the car, whether it's mother, grandmother, family member. You could be looking at all kind of shit, and you notice that they hardly moved 5 inches from the spot. The people that be staring at the same item for hours and hours, if you're standing with them, it's like, you buy this, the pros and cons of buying this brand of thing, or this brand of whatever you want to buy, whether it's shampoo. You get the ones that everything got to be a dilemma, a long-ass dilemma, and they're like, and they scrutinize each thing for like an hour, standing in the same place and make an all-day project out of Walmart, right? So, you have to be somebody like that. If you ever had those like frustrations, you wanted to joke about it in your past. And if you got this far in this video, my long joke about heaven or hell. Well, of course, yeah, I had a long epilogue about this joke instead of just telling a joke, but I just wanted to get some things in there. But so this isn't just about telling a joke; it's about the reasoning of a joke. And basically, this long-ass epilogue, if you got this far, it would be like asking you guys, what would you do in approach if you were to be on a stage like Henry Rollins or something and talk about this? Or your favorite black or white comedian? Or do you have any comedians, clips that you can send my way, jokes that's similar? But like I said, this is probably not, when I'm joking about Walmart, by any means, I wasn't living under a rock. A lot of us probably think the same way about Walmart jokes, you know what I mean? Not that Walmart is a bad place, but anyway, I should do a separate video and just outright just say this or whatever. But like, I laugh when I'm thinking about it. I think it's funny and all that, like, and I could picture the comedian saying about the, instead of, how people say, whether it's atheist or Christianity, whether you die, whether you go to hell, or some people will say there is no hell. Oh, and Jehovah Witnesses, throw them in there. They nothing against anybody because they're a Jehovah Witness. They'd probably tell me in a video, oh, there's no burning hell. And well, I was a Mormon for a short time. Some of them will probably laugh, if they have wives. A story there, but anyway. Heaven, and say, instead of, like I said, I created this joke, and a lot of people probably created a joke, okay, and say about how God and the devil getting together in another talk again, almost like maybe similar to the book of Job, talking about, my servant Job, and saying, devil, saying, you know what, I'm tired of the fire and brimstone, hell, burning people and all that. It's just too boring. It just doesn't do it for me anymore. And says, yeah, God says, yeah, I know. And then, okay, God goes, okay, I have this different idea. I says, I've been looking, me and my angels have been reporting to me. My angels have been reporting to me that a lot of the men and their wives, the women graduated, evolved way differently from the the Adam and Eve days, and now the women seem to know how to torture the men by standing in the same damn place for hours and hours, scrutinizing the same thing and making an all-day job in Walmart, making an all-day job out of it, right? Instead of something where you can be in and out of there in a half hour, 15 minutes. And then the men are really irritated really badly, especially when they don't have the keys to the car and they ran out of things to look at and all that, right? And yeah, and the devil says, well, yeah, maybe yeah, my demons over there, yeah, they kind of were reporting to me this too, right? And they said, you know what, me and my demons kind of like the idea that about men being tortured this way and all that, and the fire and the brimstone, we want to do something new. Yeah, and then God's like, well, yeah, and all that. And then everybody was going like, well, they said, well, okay, we're going to do Walmart. They go both get together. They're both skeptical at first, and they talk about like Walmart. But then both sides get together and say, well, and the demons were basically saying, wait a minute, this sounds like a very good idea. I like this, but we cannot have a Walmart in hell. You know why? Because our female demon wives, we would be the ones being tortured right here. Not, we get to torture some of the mortal people that go here into a point, but we can't have this. This would suck, but we like it. We just can't have it in hell. And then the angels on the other side go and say, well, yeah, if we don't have so many of these people in heaven, we can't have that. It's not like we're fans of having people torture in hell, but, if you don't get to heaven, we got to send you there. But, us angels, if we have a Walmart over there, you know what I mean? We might feel like we're in hell if the women are taken like forever and ever, right? So they both agreed and says, okay, we're going to create another Walmart, right? We're going to create a realm that's not even in heaven or not even in hell, right? Create another universe, if you will, okay? So they go ahead and do it, and they make this plan and say, okay, yeah, the people that were the worst, okay, they'll be the ones, both sides, they'll be over like this saying, well, if you go to the hell, yeah, you'll get to see your maybe dead family member, like grandmother or something, that they happen to be in Walmart all the time. But unlike being in heaven and meeting that parent, you'll be chained to either them or maybe we'll have demons disguised as them. And we'll have you handcuffed to a cart for all eternity, and then there'll be, and the women, they'll be forever and ever. And there'll be weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth going on. So, other words, we'll put Hitler over there, right? And maybe Hitler's grandmother, will have a shopping cart, and Hitler will have his handcuffed to a cart. And Hitler will be screaming and yelling with his hands in the air on his head, screaming in German, oh, come on! And then, yeah, maybe Putin, Vladimir Putin, when his time comes, yeah, we're going to send him to the hell part of Walmart too, and we're going to say, maybe next to some deceased family member or whatever, or a demon that takes his form, handcuffed to a cart, right? And Putin will be screaming and weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth for all eternity. He'll be screaming and swearing in Russian, begging and pleading. Oh my God, he'll be in Russia, in Russian language, you know what I mean? Or any like, so we'll move all the other people, bad people in history, to this new hell, you know what I mean? Because we're tired of burning. And then, but then the good news for some of the men that weren't bad enough hell, there'll be a purgatory section in Walmart, right? Where you'll get to move around a little bit, and then you'll get the luxury of being with your fellow men and complaining about the women that take so forever in Walmart, right? And you'll be graced with very maybe mediocre, mundane coffee that might be lukewarm or somewhat cold, but you'll have all of it you want, and it'll be like a part of Dunkin' Donuts over here, and you'll have somewhat stale, mediocre donuts. You might even get to play little cards and walk around with the men or whatever. Do something like that. There'll be like a men's lounge. It'll be a purgatory, and then you'll see the section over this side. You'll hear the weeping and wailing of gnashing of teeth. Maybe like Hitler and Putin over here and their punishment. You'll be like, well, at least we're not bad enough for one of them. Oh, you'll see. Oh, yeah, in the bad section and the hell section of Walmart will be all the serial killers, like maybe Ted Bundy, the Zodiac Killer. Charles Manson. You'll have, let's see who else you'll have. All the terrible people, serial killers are not a joke. They did bad things, you know what I mean? So I'm not making a joke about anybody that died, but I'm just saying, all the bad people, you can say the names. And they'll be over there, and you'll be in like all the people that weren't bad enough for hell will be like over in this section, right? Yeah, what do you guys think?